Hi, Alex here again from the Guildford Spine Centre. It's that time of the year and it's time to talk about skiing. I'm going to run you through a quick guide, what you can do before you go and whilst you're skiing to hopefully prevent those back injuries coming and look after yourself whilst you're on the slopes. Before you go, it's a really good idea to improve your general health and fitness. There's a few key elements when you're skiing. One is lower limb strength and endurance. The second is your overall cardiovascular fitness. And the final one is your balance or proprioception. Now, the way to train cardio is pretty obvious. So lots of running, rowing, cross trainer, particularly good cardio that works the lower limb. Exercises, there are a number of really good exercises and we'll go through a few now. The knee is the most common site of injury, with reports ranging from 27 to 41% of all skiing injuries. The most common type of knee injuries are ligamentous sprains involving the ACL and/or collateral ligament. Common sites of injury include the shoulder, hand, wrist, and lower leg. Upper body injuries are more common in snowboarders, but still account for 14% of skiing injuries. Other common injuries include head contusions, concussions, glenohumeral dislocations, sprains and strains to the wrist and hand. A key factor in skiing and snowboarding injuries is fatigue. To prevent fatigue-related injuries, as well as increase strength and endurance to improve your overall skiing experience, here are a few great exercises to do at home or in the gym. We will focus on a combination of strength and endurance. A great starting point is squats, either weighted or body weight. Focus on keeping your back stable with a slight arch. Don't dip too low. Here you can see I'm going to just shy of 90 degrees flexion in the hips. Step ups to a bench, either weighted or unweighted, encourage full dynamic movement of the knees and ankles. Keep the back neutral and make sure the movement is controlled and the knees move forwards over the ankles to avoid twisting or overloading one side. Lunges are also great, another full dynamic movement of the lower body to build strength and endurance. To improve balance, these Bosu balls are great. Aim to keep your body weight central, moving the ball in a controlled fashion side to side. Try to stop just before the edge of the ball touches the ground. This can be done both side to side, great for skiing, and also front to back, great for snowboarders. If you want to increase the difficulty and really train your balance, then you can try going side to side and forward backwards on one leg on the Bosu ball. Also, try doing single leg squats on the Bosu ball for great balance and strength training. For each exercise, do 10 repetitions and 3 sets if you can. If you feel tired or are struggling, then stop the exercise. Make a note of how much you have done and then try to do about 10% more the next time you're in the gym. This will prevent injuries and give you a target to continue progression in your training. When you are on your skis, think about your spine and your posture. Make sure you flex from your hips and not bend through your spine. Here are a few tips when you are out on the slopes. Make sure you get the right equipment. Having properly fitted ski boots is really important, as is having a helmet. They might be slightly uncomfortable, but ultimately if you do have a fall and hit your head, they could well end up saving your life. Make sure you carry your equipment carefully. Skis, snowboards, they can all be quite heavy. When you're bending, lifting, keep a nice straight back. Make sure you're lifting with your hips and your knees and not bending and lifting with your back. Before you go skiing or snowboarding, make sure you warm up properly. Take that extra 10 or 15 minutes to move around and get warmed up. Same on the other end of the day. Make sure that when you finish skiing for the day, that you do a few cool down stretches to make sure you're prepared and ready for the next morning skiing. Know your limits. When you're getting tired, this is when you're going to have the most common injuries. So if you're feeling tired, if it's getting towards the end of the day, take a break or call it a day then. And also when you are around the chalet or around the ski slopes, be careful of ice. It's obviously going to be cold, it might well be slippy. Wear the right shoes. The last thing you want to do is slip on a bit of ice and end up ruining your skiing holiday so you can't get out on the slopes. If you do have any injuries or any problems before or after skiing, give us a call here at the Guildford Spine Centre. We deal with injuries like these all the time, so we're more than happy to help.